task right now. Can you imagine that 90% of all people are breathing polluted air every day? Can you imagine that 1 out of 7 deaths today worldwide is due to air pollution? Hi, my name is Liang. I'm CIO and co-founder of Green City Solutions, and we make clean urban air profitable. So the danger of air pollution is that it's invisible to the human eye. But in my home country, China, my family's life expectancy has decreased by 15 years in the past 5 years. And now you might think this problem only exists in Asia or in South America, but the annual economic damage in Europe alone amounts to 1.6 trillion US dollars. And this is why the EU has set legislations, but the majority of the European cities still fail to comply with those, and they are exposed to significant fines. Now, our solution to this truly global problem is a unique combination, a patented unique combination of one of the world's newest technologies and one of the world's oldest technologies. So we are using special moss types which are able to literally eat the air pollution, and we combine it with IoT technology to provide the perfect maintenance. Now, this is a real photograph, and it shows our product, which we call the CityTree. And one CityTree can has the filter capacity comparable to 275 trees. And it filters pollutants like particulate matter, nitrogen oxides, and also black carbon. And this is why one CityTree can bind up to 240 tons of CO2 equivalents every year. Now let me show you how this works. The moss has a chemical process, and it charges the moss electrostatically. And this charge attracts the opposite charged pollution particles, and in final step, those particles are converted into biomass. Now, every CityTree comes pre-equipped with a PV panel, a rainwater collection system, and an irrigation system, and this makes it almost self-sufficient. And we also equip the CityTree with single board computer and sensors for the maintenance. And the data collected, we combine it with open data from the cities, and we conduct a particle flow simulation to further increase the efficiency. Now, this is one of our newest projects, and it is right here in Paris at the Place de la Nation. So together with Cisco, our partner, we installed 3 CityTrees to clean the air, but also collect the data of the environment and the pollution levels. And this shows that we can implement other technologies into the CityTree. So we can implement LED screens or mobile commerce technologies. So you can use it for marketing campaigns. We can not only sell it, but we can also generate revenue with after-sales services and with the data collected. Now, since March 2015, we have gained presence in 11 different cities, in 6 different countries, on 2 different continents. And we also have a test unit in Hong Kong right now, which of course we see as a stepping stone into Asia, which is a huge market. Our total addressable market, we have estimated, is over 140 billion US dollars. Now, the success of our venture is not only based on the experience we have gathered over the past 3 years, but we are 4 co-founders, and we cover the fields of horticulture, mechanical engineering, computer science, and architecture. And our CEO, Dennis, has been selected onto the Forbes 30 under 30 list for social entrepreneurs in Europe as a proof of that process and that effort. Now, this is a picture, a visualization of Paris, one of the most polluted cities in Europe right now. And our goal is to establish clean air districts by installing the necessary amounts of CityTrees in the city. So we have calculated for cities like Paris around 100 units for an area of 10 square kilometers. So please help us to provide clean, profitable urban air back to the cities of tomorrow. Thank you very much.
You mentioned CityTrees were self-sustaining. How do you think about the environmental equation of the CityTree in terms of the energy that goes in, the cleaning that goes going on?
Yes,
how do you quantify it?
We have calculated the footprint of the production, of course, so we try to use as many recyclable materials. And then, as I mentioned, one unit alone can bind up to 240 tons of CO2 equivalents. And this makes the CityTree, with every installation, like a positive impact on the environment.
Could you tell us a little bit on your go-to-market strategy? Because cities have less and less money to spend on infrastructures. And so did you think about partnering with industrials, for instance?
Yes. So as I've shown you, one of our projects in Paris right now. So this is the perfect explanation or perfect example for that setup. So we partnered with a large corporate, in this case Cisco, and they had a smart district project together with the city of Paris. So they use our units, 3 of them, in the city right now, so we can circumvent the long procurement process which cities usually have. And this is the answer to your question, I hope.
Maybe as kind of a follow-up on this one, Because conceptually it's great, it looks like it has positive impact on the environment,
Yeah.
but once you get past this kind of pilot phase or sponsored phase by corporates, how do you scale? Because then you have to go through a city and you bump
Yeah.
into the problems you just mentioned.
But the cities are willing to spend money to solve that problem, of course, because as I've told you, the economic damage is really huge, and also they are exposed to those fines. So in the EU alone, if they don't take action to change the pollution levels, they will have to eventually pay a lot of money, and they can also spend that money on trying out new technologies and implementing new technologies, of course. Thank you very much.